Alright, guys, am I back? I can't tell if, Oh no, it looks like I'm offline. I can't tell if I'm online or offline right now. I'm pretty sure I lost all of you when my internet cut out there. Yep. Looks like everyone's gone. Okay, yeah, so there's a slight hiccup on my end. I don't know how that's going to look on the feed afterward. I'll probably have to upload this as a two-parter. I'm going to try to keep powering on through. Oh! I see the chat room's back. I don't know. Okay, I guess you guys were just idling there. Thanks for sticking around long enough for me to try and figure it out. I don't know, I just had a weird, you know, the hazard of living out in the woods or something like that. That I had weird internet cutout, but now I'm back, and now let me try to get back in the headspace of what the heck was I doing before that happened. Crap. Okay, yeah. So this should draw the names of menu items. For a given... Okay, so given a menu item, it should draw the names of all the children. And that should work. I think what I'm going to end up doing, once this thing is acting properly, is that I'll have... Uh-oh, did I lose people? I can't tell. Viewer count just went down. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another pointer here where I'm going to say whatever the handler is for this thing, when it finds out that children is empty or something like that, or if x and y is equal to 0, then it's going to have a separate function. Function pointer. Fun. And I could call that menu action. Menu action. And that way the logic will be consistent, and if nothing is happening to the child when it's selected, then there's nothing to select, and I'll just do something with it. So we'll get to that when we get to that. For now, I just want to get those names on screen. So we have parent, child 1, child 2. Ideally, I will construct this parent and then call the draw function on this parent. It'll give me a box, the appropriate size to show child 1 and child 2. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 7. Okay. Should be vertically stacked. What else do I need to put before I actually do something with this? Got the draw menu children, and then draw menu item should be like a function that handles all that crap. Draws menu item. Okay, well that's kind of redundant. Okay, so we'll just call it draw menu item, and what it does is draws a menu item, including the children and whatnot. So first off, let's oh, this is gonna throw me off a little bit because the sprint F stuff. Oh, no, sorry, not sprintf. The way I draw. There we go. The print sprite ASCII. I have a fixed, I believe, location at 100, so it's going to force itself on top of everything. That's a problem that's going to have to be solved down the line. For now, I'll just try to focus on getting one thing done at a time. So let's first off, let's count children to determine size. Or actually, no. We shouldn't have to do that. Because presumably, the declaration will have the default size that is desired. So that's what I do here, is I say, okay, here's AX and AY. That means I want to have one column, 2 rows. And each entry is going to be able to have 7 characters in it. Oh, and let me go ahead and add... let's do a +8 here. I want to have... I think we're going to want like 1 space worth of space on the left there for like a selection arrow or something. Let's leave that there. Okay, so before we jump in, okay, so draw menu item. So we're gonna have to draw the menu box. There's 0. Y tiles is gonna be men dot no arrow y draw y offset tiles. Okay, what did I put in here? Menu size. It's just Y. Okay. It's easy enough. Suggesting all this other crap that I don't need. Location. That's just gonna be X and Y, whatever I put in there. And then menu children. It's not going to be this simple. So the number of X is going to be this value times 1 plus menu character limit and Y is going to be number of Y tiles minus 1 min 0. Or max, sorry. I think that's a default C function, right? No, go away. C function max. They aren't. Huh. Okay, well, how about this? I can't believe that's not defined. Weird. It should be in math or something, you know? So, if I'll do this, then, draw menu box. Draw menu box, and then, let's see. Draws menu item. Okay, we're gonna do a sanitize. Sanitize size. If X tiles less than 0. X tiles equals 0, and then, you know, similar with all the other crap. I don't need a max. Let's do Y tiles. There we go. That's sanitized, I guess. Back to bottom. Give it that pointer. X and Y. What do the X and Y mean for the children again? Let me see. Okay, yeah, so super coordinates, so that's the same place we're going to put them. Who's this? Flocka... I don't know who Flocka FL is. Oh! That's the first time I've seen you on, Oregon. Not Oregon, as I've heard is a pet peeve of... What do you call people from Oregon? Like... Oreganos? Oregonians? Anyways, if you're just bumping on, I just had an internet outage, so I had like 7 or 10 or so people. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I know that's a thing. Yeah, I had like 7 or 10 people earlier, and then my internet cut out because I live in the freaking forest, and when I came back, there's like no one back on. So it's nice to see people flocking back in after I guess the coronavirus got into the wires or something, I don't know. So, again, like usual, I'm doing stuff on the Sega Saturn. This time I'm just trying to make a basic, you know, JRPG style menu. I think we're about to see if what I did actually works or not. Probably doesn't. We'll find out. Okay, draw menu item. We need... Menu item A should be... up here. There we go. And then the children's pointers are stored in menu item A, which is callable from up here, so the pointers aren't lost. We should be fine. And then we're going to be drawing the menu item, but we need actual arguments for that function. Okay, well, it's nice to see. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So, it's always nice to see someone pop in, say hi, and leave. So, I guess everyone say bye to Walker if he's still here. I don't know why you still got the Flocka FL on there when it should be like Flocka or something like that now. See if you can't get that name changed. Where are we putting this thing? Let's just put an X and Y. Okay, there we go. Menu items A. Okay, well, if you stick around for 2 more seconds, we'll see how badly I did this. Maybe that works. Probably it doesn't. I'd be surprised if it worked the first time. It never does. Yeah, I didn't think so. Incompatible type for argument 1 of draw menu item. This should be a pointer. That's why. Okay, try again. It's always something. Okay, yeah, Flocka, you're free to go ahead and go, because this is going to take me a while to narrow down, because this is going to be one arrow after another. 45. Where are you, 45? Oh, it's just a freaking semicolon? It should hardly be an odd or... It's like a fractal of easily avoidable dumb mistakes. As soon as it compiles. Come on. No way does this actually work. Not the first time. No freaking way. Holy crap! Okay, the selection key is incorrect. However, I know why that is. Let's fix it. Okay, you see how I changed the C bank to 1, and then I never change it back, because, you know, why am I going to do that? That would be smart. I'm not smart. I'm lazy. So let's reset that value to 0, and see what we got. Holy crap, if this actually worked. Okay, I feel like we should reverse this, because it looks like... Wait a minute, is that the name wrong? Okay, first off, let's make things a lot less ambiguous, or a lot less ambiguous, sorry. Active selection is 0. For the color bank, Color bank active selection is 0, non-active selection is 1, that way it looks like grayed out, so it's like not selected, because for some reason color bank 0 is the most vibrant one. Alright. Second, let's add some more children to this thing, because I feel like it'll be easier to spot what the heck is going on if we do that. Child 1 and Child 2. Okay. So it doesn't quite work, and that's because... I don't know why that is, but I know it doesn't work because we should be seeing Child 2 already. That should not have happened. Oh, that's why, because the pointer was wrong. 2. Let's change all these references. Find and replace. C1, replace it with C3 in the selection. There we go, and then C2. Okay. C2, C4 in selection, and C1 is still wrong, so C4. Compile and run. Come on, don't take forever. Oh no, VBT's on his way out. Yeah, this is getting kind of ridiculous. I don't even know how this stream is going to turn out on the VODs, I guess is what you call it, video on demand. Because I got interrupted in the middle for a not insignificant amount of time. I don't know if Twitch is going to split that in 2 or nothing. And then I'm feeling like I'm on a roll right now, and either I can end on a high note and make this a 2-parter and come back tomorrow, try to finish up. I've already been here for a couple hours, and I feel like we're in a good place to pick up for next time. Or we can try to power on through, but it's already 9:20, and I feel like the next step is to get nested behavior in. And I don't know if that's happening. But I like how big everything is, though. So let's try to play with the character limit. See if I can't change the character limit, and changing the character limit should change it to 3. That should shrink everything, right? Oh no, it didn't cut it off. It didn't cut it off because I didn't specify how many characters to print. That's an issue. So, let's go over and ask, copy string, copy part of a string in C. Oh wait, string copy has an extra argument, so... But that's stern copy. Stern CP. Okay, yeah, there we go. How do you work? C++. Huh. Maximum number of characters to be copied from source. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. So I did need stern copy or whatever. But I need to call it... over... Where are you? Where are you? Here? No. 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 Yes. No, here. Yes. But not here. Not here. Not here. Over... Yeah. You. You need to be sanitized. This needs to be sanitized. Okay. String to print, or string to draw. Okay, basically. Menu item name holder. We call that char name, and now this is risky. I'm gonna try and make this dynamically sized. Can I do that? Let's not push it, because I know I probably can't do that, actually. At least if I try doing it, I'm gonna spend forever trying to figure out why I can't do it. So, name is gonna be equal to... Oh, whoa, 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 hello. Child name, no. String copy. This could be copy into name from child name, and then up to child. No, not child. Men. Charlin. There we go. And let us come up with a test case for this. One. So character limit of 3. So there's 1. C2. CH3, and then child 4. Okay. That'll be unambiguous, hopefully. This song is boring, and I'm dropping it from the list. What is this? This is PSO episode 3. Okay, well, can't all be winners. Oh no, Child 4, what has science done? It should have been limited to the char limit, right? So why did string copy most of the string? Also, why does 2 look that way? Did 2 always look like that? Is that... It's my sprite art, I have no one else to blame but myself. Okay, so, drawing the menu. Oh, whoops. Hee. Okay, try that again. Okay, now the character limit's actually going to be enforced, because I'm drawing the actual thing that I used to store it. Okay. This slow compiler is driving me crazy. I don't know why it's doing this specifically to me today. But, I feel like between that and the internet outage, it's a sign for me to try and make this a 2-parter. Pick this up tomorrow night. Why is there an N at the end of that string? Why is there an N at the end of that string? There should be an N at the end of that string. I'm so confused. Is it printing a terminating character, or is it saying, oh, this is actually /n, but I just dropped a slash because I felt like it? Is that what's going on here? I don't know. Okay. There is a clear character limit here. And not only did it surpass it by 1, it surpassed it by 1 in a way that shouldn't really work. Why does this guy get his own special I'm longer than everyone else N at the end of him? Should have stopped there, right? String copy, that's a maximum. If it stops early, it should stop early. It should give it a term. I have to manually add the terminating character? That's dumb. I don't like that. Because then I have to sanitize. The index. Ugh. I don't want to sanitize the index. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to do that, and it's gonna be a stupid, ugly thing to add, but I'll add it. I don't know why there's an N, though. The N is such a random thing to put there. Grab name to draw, and then we're gonna have to sanitize it. So if men char then is less than fitting, then name and Charlin it was meant to be an arrow. Don't know how I got there. -1 because it's 0 indexed is going to be equal to terminating character. That should solve that, right? I think, maybe, who knows? If not, then oh my goodness, this compilation time. What is going on? Sigwin is specifically trying to ruin my night with a slow freaking comp. Okay, there we go, finally. So, turns out, string copy isn't quite as smart as it could be, but now, hopefully that N is gone. Is that the right number? It's cutting off. Character limit is 3. Okay, yeah, I get what's going on. I didn't need to do the -1. I'm overthinking the 0 indexing stuff. Now I get to wait for it to compile again. Okay. Take your time. I swear there should be like a 10-second process, not even, like 5 seconds. My whole computer's starting to go a little bit crazy right now. I don't know. Graphical display issues. I don't know if something weird is going on in the background that I don't know about. Some pirates using my computer to Bitcoin mine. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what I expected. That's what I wanted to see. And just to be safe, let's reverse the order of that, just to make sure that when we're actually writing stuff, we're writing it the way I want. Child 1, CH2. Let's do the full 7 character limit. Just no, let's do 6. Just cut off, just 5. Let's cut something off. Chill 2, CH3, C3, and then number 4. There we go. So it's kind of like a similar amount of effort a parent puts into their progressive children. The first one gets a full name, the second one gets a nickname, third and fourth, you're lucky if they get any attention at all. Even worse if you're the middle child. Okay. Ruh-roh. Okay. No, this is what I wanted. This is good. Okay, so I start with a long name, and I progressively make it shorter, and string copy is making sure that everything after that gets nulled out or whatever, or the terminating character is put in place. And then I have to manually add in a terminating character at the end if it's not already there, because reasons. So... okay, I'm happy with this. Well, it's 9:30. And I feel like I'm tempting fate already with how much I'm doing, so pretty much everyone already left stream anyway since power outage, or not power, internet outage. So what I'll do is I'll make this a 2-parter. I'll come back on tomorrow night, and then we'll do... oh, Rona, you're here. Well, that changes everything. I was about to sign off because everyone left, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I got pretty farther than I figured I was going to get. But if you're on board... I don't know, maybe I can be motivated to keep going for a little bit longer. So here's what I did. I did some basic menu stuff. I stole some graphics from Phantasy Star because that's how I do. We have kind of like a, I don't want to call it dynamic, but it's like a pretty flexible setup where we have a struct holding a whole bunch of children menu items in a menu item. So it's a menu item holding other menu items. Oh crap, where are all these people coming from? People just file in at 9:30. You just get off of work or something? Anyways, so I got menu items holding other menu items, and I can recursively call the names of the child from the parent, and assuming that things are active, I could probably keep doing that. So that's where I'm at. So now I have a thing where I can put in a character limit, and I can just display what I want to display. And maybe I could put in an input handler that will change around what's going on depending on what's active. Okay, so let's add in some more input handlers. So the idea here would be, well, not some more. Any. Let's put in any input handlers. You missed everything I said. Okay. So I have a menu item, menu struct. Here, this guy. He's got a name. He's got a status. I probably should set that. Yeah, I'll set that. Yeah. So he's got a name, he's got a status, he's got a size, which is a number of elements he has holding. So he's got children here that are also menu items, same as him. Character limit is telling you how much to display for whenever you print out the menu. This, I'm holding on until I want to use it, but eventually I want to make these things actually do stuff. And then child coordinates. So we have one guy like highlighted. And if I press the select button, presumably that'll open up a child menu or what have you. Here's the thing, though, is that my computer is kind of going crazy right now, and my internet is probably not the most stable. So, Bonin, if you want to keep doing some stuff and hang out and stream, I can keep going for a little bit. But I feel like I'll have better luck tomorrow night when I can double check and make sure Spectrum is not screwing around with some wires somewhere or something like that. I'll let you figure it out, because I think everyone already left the stream because of stuff. Like, this screenshot does tell you a lot. I mean, the screenshot's basically where I'm at right now. Okay, so the let me make one more function that I don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything with until I get further in. But active menu. So I'm making a function here that will crawl down into the children. That sounds weird when I say it like that. Here, let me write the comment out as I explain it. Active. Oh, crap, the cat's upset about something. Okay. So we have... Okay, we're gonna... Crawls through the children of menu item to find lowest... what's the lowest? What do you call it when you're further along in a tree? Is it lowest or deepest? Or highest level? I don't know. Most nested active window. Okay, I'll just call it lowest. Lowest active menu item. Alright, so do our for loop. First off, if men arrow active. That's the thing, right? Active. Active. Where are you? You are open. Let's change that. Call that active. Also, let's make sure that A is actually active. Well, true. If not this, then return null. Else, if we want to check to make sure that there's actual entries to probe. Men arrow X. I believe that's it. Number of elements. Okay, there we go. Less than or equal to 0. Or Y return men. There we go. item. Find lowest active menu item. Okay. Catch small or inactive. And now we're just gonna go find active children. Recursively call. Okay, so we have a parent, and a parent has some children, presumably. If none of the children are active, item. What's item? Oh, because of my spelling being bad. Yes. Okay, right. That makes sense. Equals 0. I less than men arrow x. I might not even need this because my default case is going to be return men. So if this is 0, then yeah, that check is redundant. Whoops. J, I forgot to do increment. I forgot to change to Y. I plus plus. Okay, there we go. If yeah, but you know, provide moral support, and also I'm asking a lot of basic C questions tonight, so you probably could have helped me out a little bit with you know, pointers and whatnot. Make sure I'm not making a complete fool of myself. Or you can just hang out, you know. Most people who come on the stream don't actually know what's going on either. I don't even know what's going on. Okay, what was I doing? Something about men. Men and, children. Men and children. Something about men and children. I... J... Wait, was I probing this correctly? Let me see. How do I do this? Now, I seem to recall, whenever I do something like this, but like this, it doesn't work out well. However, we will see. Active equal true. Then we will recursively call this on that. Oh, you know what? Here's a quick and easy way to make sure that I'm doing something correctly. So I'll do menu item child, or pointer to menu item child. Child is equal to dsteam. Hopefully, that will be not an issue. And then if child active is equal to true, then I can return active. And yeah, I'm just going crazy with this recursion crap. There we go. So if it turns out the child is active, then it's going to go in there and, you know, activate it. That seems what? I mean, it should work, right? What's spiderish how? What does spiderish even mean? It's recursive. I don't know if that's... Look, I'm assuming that there's only going to be one deepest menu item that's active. Is like you're only messing with one menu at a time. So you're traversing it like a tree, right? So you're just gonna go down And let's see, parent is going to have one child that's active. You go into that child. That child is going to have its own children, one of which will be active. And you keep going down until you run out of active children. And then you're just returning that one, and that's going to be the active menu. And when you have that active menu, then you can act on it. Like you can, I don't know, draw stuff for it or whatever. Okay, I mean, if I'm good enough, I'm good. I know, I'll take your word for it. So this should get me whatever the active menu is. So from there, what can I do with that? Presumably, I will use that to actually trigger things to happen. Now, how do I want to draw children of a menu item? Do I want to draw it? Because I don't have the actual coordinates of the menu item like pre-programmed. So if I do this recursively, I'm gonna have to do things like one on top of another or something like that, you know? And right now, the way I print stuff, it's gonna come out ugly looking. So I'm gonna force the menus to go beneath the other one, I guess. Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, maybe I don't need to have, No. I don't need to have everything displayed at once. I can just have one thing displayed at a time. So I don't have to change up anything. I mean, I could do that. Yeah, it is. Right now, I just want to have something functional, and you could always go back and change it. I mean, I kind of agree with the idea of like seeing the host and then seeing the child onto the side of the host, but right now it's easiest for me to just demonstrate that one thing can be selected from another. So, okay, and I'm gonna have to get an input handler too. Okay, so I mean, I have something that tracks input on the controller. I mean, translating the current input state to something I want in the menu. So that's different from what I'm talking about. So there's an input handler that it actually interacts with the controller, which I already have taken care of. I could use yours if I wanted to. Right now, mine works fine enough so that I don't need to change it. But the input handler, what I'm mentioning right now, is something that takes the input states that I've already tracked and maps it to an action I want to happen. Okay, so active menu, no. So let's give one of the children There we go. I'll make child 1 active, and then I'll give child 1 some stuff to hold on to. Okay, so let's make grandchildren for child 1. GC 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12. Okay. Do the character limit of 13 or so. This guy. False. GC1. Stop that. C1. C1. Okay, there we go. Let's give it a couple grandchildren. 3. Which means C1 had to have 1x, 3y. Okay. I'm not too worried about edge detection or anything like that. Right now I'm just worried about... I already have something that puts the window on the screen. I just want to be able to intelligently select which window that is. Okay, so let's, whoa, 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 that's not find replace. Control F. So GC1 should now be GC2. Go, and same thing here. GC1 should be GC3. Oh, whoops. It should be GC3. Grandchild 3. GC2. Grandchild 2. And then GC1. Child 1. And everything to be written into as the children of C1. I mean, the container size is already set. I'll show you in a second. So, first off, I'm assuming this all worked, but so the window itself is drawn based off the character limit and however many elements we're saying to do. So let's say I want a character limit of like 10. That will resize the window to make sure that there's 10 things. I don't know why Sigwin is being so slow today. It's weird, which is kind of part of the reason why I want to kind of close up shop, restart the computer, see if it's any better tomorrow. I mean, the weird thing is, I don't see anything in the background running that could screw things up, and I should be the only user logged into the computer right now, so it shouldn't be doing this. So you see, I increased the character limit, and it spread out the window to allow for bigger characters. To be honest, I'm not really sure what you're talking about anymore. Are you talking about the window sizing function that generates the window? Because I feel like that's like 100% taken care of already. If you're talking about dynamically handling, like adding and subtracting children from the list. Okay. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I'll get around to it. So, let's do... In fact, I think I'm going to get around to it now. Let's do, void menu input handler voided. Whoa. Okay. And what this guy's going to do is going to do exactly what he says he's going to do. Input handler. Oh, you know what? It probably needs a parent menu to start out with. Get current active window. So men is now going to be active menu. So I give it the parent. It will automatically adjust to be on the child so that only one menu gets manipulated at a time. Handle child selection. Let's go over to my input function. Not in this folder, in the menu folder. Input. There. So player one dot d up, down, left, right. I get the feeling we're gonna need input as an include. Oh, it's already there. Good. Okay. Key down. Let's do key down because that's the easiest thing to handle. 1. So if you go up, it should be y minus minus. So min arrow y active minus minus. It should be kosher, right? Down. Plus plus. Okay. And then left, right. Okay, so do activate menu. Activate slash deactivate. Button A. I'm pretty sure it's a lowercase a, right? Yeah, okay, good. On key down. Oh, we have to sanitize the active selection. If it's less than 0, then we're going to wrap around to make it equal what? X. Okay, just X minus 1. And if it's greater than or equal to this guy, then make it 0. And same with Y. Replace X with Y. Okay. There. Okay, so that should be it. And then we're going to have menu item pointer is equal to... Whoa, okay. So men, arrow, children, and then X active, Y active. Active selection. So this is the active selection. So we're going to point to that, and then if A buttons pressed, active selections. Active. I just call that a selection because it's not active yet. We don't know if it's active. Equal to true, not the double equal. I've done that mistake before. I'm not going to do it again. And then if I press B, I'm going to, whatever selection I'm in, I'm getting out of. So, men active is equal to false. Okay, I feel like there's a gap. There's going to be a gaping hole in the case where I try to exit out of the parent structure, and I might get stuck, or I might crash or something, but for now, let's just see if this actually can get me the child to work. So what's going to happen? I'm going to run the menu input handler on A in the main loop. Okay. And then drawing the menu item. I need a recursive call to draw menu item. Draws active menu item. Okay, so menu input handler. So men is equal to so the draw menu item is now going to automatically find the active child on the tree. I should probably sanitize this. If men equal null, return. That way I don't completely crash the program trying to do something I'm not allowed to do. In fact, all these guys should have return statements. Just bad practice on my part. Draw menu box. Turn. Okay, so if what I did what I think I did, then I should be able to change the highlighted selection. and select it and have a child pop up. So let's see if that actually worked. Probably didn't work the first time. Okay, there we go. Something always happens. Main.c 193. It's probably because I put in an object when it should have been a pointer, right? Yep. Any day now. Why are you so slow? Oh my goodness. Well, something happened. I don't know what it was, but something happened. I can't do anything. Oh crap, I can. Well then, what's going on? What was that about? Oh wow. The only problem is that this specific guy doesn't want to work. Oh, that's what I figured. If I tried to exit out of that guy, I'd get stuck and it wouldn't work. Alright. Let's sanitize this as well. If n is equal to null, then you return. Here's the thing, I'm still on Windows 7. I don't know if I'm doing like a random Windows update right now, but shouldn't be it. Now, let's figure out why my grandchildren are not working the way they should be. False, false, false. So first off, if they're false... Okay, no, that's okay. Let's start this guy off as false. Grandchild 1, grandchild 2, grandchild 3. Grandchild 3 should have worked. 3 of these guys? Yeah, this guy should have worked. One, two, three. Yeah. There's nothing here that looks like it should have been wrong. Why does the display for grandchild not work as well as a display for the parent? So I've already turned the reference over to whatever the thing that I'm drawing should be the right size. The children, that seems to be the issue. X and Y. Okay, cartoon. So yeah, that should be it. And then what seems to be the issue there? Why does the third option not want to print? Oh wait, who's the active selection? Maybe that's it. Oh, it's that. Here, let's turn this into oh, that's right. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So why doesn't it work? Okay, let's try again and try to diagnose this problem. So I can select things. I promise, Pona, you warn me ahead of time when you want to do the sound thing. We will spend as long as you want doing the sound thing. Be a freaking, like, 12-hour stream just working on sound if you want. Or however long it takes to get it work. Okay, so I can switch between these guys, and I can make different active ones. And that, it feels fine. It feels good. It's responsive. It does exactly what I want it to. I select this guy, blank, this guy, blank. All these guys, predictably, have no entries. Okay, right, yeah. Child 1. I can't select anything. Nothing is coming up as active. And I know that the first entry should be the active one. So somehow, when I, somehow whatever draw function is happening is not drawing the way it needs to be drawn. That's the thing, though. If I didn't see grandchild 1, grandchild 2, then the pointer wouldn't have found it. But the pointer found it, unless there's like a break in communication somewhere. The problem is, the highlight here works, and it's the same exact logic, is that I give it the pointer to whatever menu that should be drawn right now, and it'll highlight the right selection. But here, yeah, there's some sort of communication breakdown. Maybe I'm gonna give the grandchild a great-grandchild and see if it's actually what kind of communication breakdown it is. So, grandchild 1 is gonna have a great-grandchild. How many characters do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You grandchild. Okay. 0, 0. All right. Just add a G in front of everyone. So the problem, the first problem I have is that this guy, something about this guy is off. Where we can see the other two guys, we can't see guy number 3. And the name is going to the right place. The pointer to the object is going to the right place. All this other stuff is just incidental. Like, if it was just these 2 lines, or these 3 lines, and then this guy, that should be good enough. That should make it work. Because it's in the 3rd entry of the first row, or what have you, or the column. Or actually, wait, let me see how this breaks down. So, maybe I need to reverse these. Maybe it's 3-1, not 1-3. I could have screwed that up, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so child 2... Let's see, the x-coordinate of child 2 is 0, 1. So it's 0, 1, so it's exactly where it should be. And C3 is 1, 0, and 4 is 1, 1. Right? That works, that works, that works. Okay, I broke that. Oh, I totally broke that. The whole thing's broken. Alright. Had it right the first time. It's 1, 3. 1 in the X direction, 3 in the Y direction. We have 3 grandchildren. I mean, it's kind of fun to see the whole thing break down when I try to give it like this out of bounds kind of crap. Okay. 3, 4, 2, 1. Okay, something changed to make them all there, but now none of them are active. No? No? One of these guys should say great-grandchild. Unless I forgot to write it correctly. Who knows? Uh-oh. Oh, that broke. Okay, yep. Something weird is happening here. Okay, where's it getting lost? So let's say we draw menu children. So the first thing it gets called here is... Actually, what is the first thing it gets called here? Draw menu item. First thing that he does is he finds the active menu. Right? That seems to be working. So from there, we draw the box for the active menu, and that seems to be working as well, and then we draw the children. So draw menu children, we give, that is the pointer to the actual child that's active. That's what we want. From there, we set the offsets, we start drawing, and if this should work. What are you talking about? I don't follow what you're saying. Wait a minute. No. Active is 0, 0. Oh, no. 0, 0 active should match the index that we're looking at. So, where you look at the children of child 1, that should be great-grandchild 1 through 3. So we have x is equal to 1, y is equal to 3. Pass that in here. So we have 4i is equal to 0 up to less than 1. So I is equal to 0 every time. J is equal to 0 less than 3. So j is going from 0 to 2. find out who's selected. So if the current menu, which is currently, this is going to be child 1. If child 1 x act is equal to whatever I is, so it should start off with x act being 0, y act being 0. So the first item should satisfy that with 0 is equal to I equals 0, and 0 is equal to j equals 0. So that's the first thing that comes up. Should change the color back to 0. Then we should copy the name of the child into the placeholder string that we're using to print this thing that we defined up here with 15 characters. If the character limit is less than 15, we add in a terminating character manually. And we draw an X draw, Y draw, have the name, color bank. So first off, the color bank isn't even being selected for the child. The problem is, this check is not what's throwing it off, because you can actually see grandchild 1 through 3. So here's the thing, it's checking the active of whatever menu you feed it. So, where's X act, Y act? From the menu that you feed it, the menu that you feed it. This guy came from over here, and he has been grabbed from active menu. So active menu has made sure that, already made sure that we've drawn the correct size box. So we're looking at the child. Men is currently holding child 1. So by the time we get here, men is already the pointer to child 1. So child 1 should be the only thing that draw menu sees. So it's effectively, we're calling this thing on the perspective of child 1 on whatever X and Y coordinate we want to draw it to. Menu item, child. And now we're checking the children of child 1. So this should be great-grandchild 1, or 2, or 3, depending on J. But then, what is causing this check never to fire? Because we're getting in here. We're getting in here because we are doing this. And this is triggering all 3 times. We are writing that thing 3 times. But CBank is not firing, and if CBank is not firing, that means this check does not seem to be matching what the J and I and J values are. So this should be set over here. So the current active selection for X and Y for the child should be 0 and 0. So that should be the first entry. And it never changes. The only thing you can do is that the menu handler will sanitize it every cycle, or every loop. Sorry. So where's my menu handler? Yeah, the input handler. So if it's less than 0, it will loop it around to make it out whatever the size is minus 1. So if it has only 1 entry in the X direction, that means it has to be 0. Oh, wait. But no, this should work too, because the input handler will take in the menu item, but the menu item also gets switched over to whatever's active right now. So this should be already turned into the child by the time we get here. But here's the thing, there is nothing, you can't just set it to 0, 0, because that's already, this is defined per menu item. Because each menu item has this, it's basically its memory. I mean, I can do that. What I can do is I can take, take this selection and make it so that X active is equal to 0, Y active is equal to 0. So when I select it, I force X and Y active to be 0. But that shouldn't do anything. Let's find out. You know, I have a feeling that GIMP is doing something on my computer. Let me go ahead and close this out. I guess that wasn't it. Try getting rid of PDFs too. Okay, this is as expected. 4, 2, 3. Nothing. You know what? Maybe I reversed the X and the Y's somehow. Because of this is symmetrical. This is a 2x2. And maybe I screwed it up somehow, you know? So maybe the down and up should be, maybe this is reversed. Let's find out. Let's add 2 more children. I bet you I reversed the indices, and that's the issue. 5 and 6. Change all the C4s into C5s. And here we'll change all the C4s to C6s. And we'll say we'll have 3 values along X. What freaking changed? Nothing changed. Nothing changed. How did that work suddenly? Okay, you guys, I'm not crazy, right? Like that wasn't working and then it was, right? Right? Like I didn't change anything relevant. All I did was I changed the size of the parent. I mean, Grandchild 1 does not seem to be working. The name maybe is too big or something. What do you mean memory corrupt? So, wait. Are you saying that these guys are not stored in a safe position in memory somehow? That doesn't make sense, though. Like, everything relevant is initialized. Like, the only objects I can select from the, crap, what am I thinking of? The only objects I can select from their children argument is from indices that I know have already been set through this thing. The thing is, does this need to be set to a specific place in memory? Is that the issue? Ah, boy. That sounds so lame. Okay. Where's... No, not you. Not you. You. So Joe Engine is playing fast and loose with the memory, and I'm suffering for it. Segment size. Okay, so, how do I, real quick, calculate the size of a struct? I mean, if I have to do this, I have to do this, but it seems so dumb. Okay, just make sure I'm doing this correct. A is equal to Joe Malik. Is there like a size of thing that I can do for a menu item? Can I do size of on a struct? Why 4? I don't understand why 4 shouldn't be it. I mean, I'll just do it for every child. Oh, okay, that makes sense. It's really annoying if this is what actually needs to be done. Is that necessary? Oh, like... Crap. Why you gotta do this to me, Rona? Come on. Okay, first off, before I go back and fix all these with freaking stars or asterisks or whatever and change all the points to arrows. Let me count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is exactly big enough to fit into your name thing, so why didn't it work? But I mean, okay, so what's the return type for Malik? It's a pointer. So no, I have to change the pointers if I can do this. So I have to take all these dots. Place dot with arrow. Place on selection. And then change great grandchild back to a dot. Or I just do that. Is this even going to compile? Is it going to... Nope. It did not like that. Because these guys need asterisks. Ampersand? Okay, there we go. Y'all seriously gonna do me like that? How about now? I mean, no. Why are you complaining this time? 79. Oh. I see what happened. I gotta get rid of all these ampersands now that they are actual pointers already. Here. Place ampersand with nothing. Okay, that didn't actually fix the problem. 79.97. Okay, or 77.97. There's nothing here. Maybe 79. Am I doing this wrong? We have menu item A. Okay. So the pointer to menu item A should be ampersand A, and Joe Malik will make this that. Right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Right? Oh no, do I have to store this as... Yeah, I just got that. Point, arrow, place. There we go. That means all the other calls to that are also gonna have to change accordingly. Okay, so I guess I was storing stuff in high work RAM that Joe Engine was like, you don't actually need that. Or at least that's the working theory that we're going with right now. A knit game. What? Line 80. Line 80. Arrow. Again. Always these freaking pointers to structs always throw me off. All right. Okay, let's see if this actually did anything. Child 1. Grandchild. Okay, yeah, that fixed it, because freaking Joe Engine was screwing around with memory. Alright, opponent, you figured it out. Figured out that my reliance on Joe Engine has caused me to once again go slightly more insane. Everyone thank Ponut for coming on stream and saving us several hours. Okay, from now on, everything I do is going to be in high work RAM, or... No, high work RAM is volatile. Low work RAM. I just got to move everything to low work RAM or something. Or just give Joe Engine almost nothing to work with and manually load everything in the part of high work RAM I told him he's not allowed to use. Oh, this is so dumb. You know what? Joe is currently working on Joe Engine right now. I should go, like, call him and complain about, hey, stop writing over the crap that I'm trying to write, man. Here's the thing, I need to learn how to actually do that, you know? Also, I need to wean myself off of Joe Engine at some point and, like, go full SGL or something. Because SGL, like, you're on your own, but at the very least you get your memory. I was not expecting... if you define a struct and you store it somewhere, like, you don't think garbage collection's gonna happen, right? I'll have to pick it up on my own time. I don't want to do that on stream, but... Okay, guys, I feel like it's almost 11. I spent a fair bit of time trying to figure out what's going on here, but the basics are here. Oh... So I can keep using Joe Engine. It's not Joe Engine's fault, it's the compiler he's using. If I just switch over the compiler, it should work. Alright. Yeah. Okay. So what did we learn today? We learned that we can make menus and submenus in said menus, and things can just work if you keep track of your memory and malloc everything that you're actually going to use, which is apparently necessary now. But now I can have children and grandchildren, great-grandchildren. I mean, just based off of the selections I can do in the menu environment. That's nice. This could be expanded into a JRPG if you were so inclined. I think we're going to pick this up again, but next time we're going to put a couple sprites on screen. We're going to make them do things based off of this menu selection. And we're going to do that with these arbitrary function calls. I don't know if that's going to be this weekend or next weekend, depending on if I'm feeling up to it. I mean, yeah, low work RAM is always an option. I mean, most of it's pretty much unused, based off of how I stole your little RAM writing environment for that TGA thing. So next time, let's expand off of this menu concept by I'll do a little bit more prep than normal. I'll just be able to put 2 sprites on screen, probably some stolen Forsaken plain sprites. Just have them do a quick little animation or something like that, and force them to interact somehow via menu commands, which is indistinguishable from, you know, any sort of JRPG from the 90s. So I think for now, good.